Okay, so Assalamualaikum and good afternoon to our lecturer, Madam Salwan. My name is Adrianna Alyssa binti Azham. I am representing my group consists of 5 people including me, Sheikh Muhammad Imran Shah, AMIRUL ASRI, SITI NURMAISARAH and also DANISH. So today I'm going to present to you the findings and also data analysis that my group and I have found and collected based on our transcription data. So in this slide, I'm going to share with you the introduction, the objectives, methodology, data analysis and also conclusion. So the first one is introduction. So the purpose of this study is to understand the difference between phonetic and phonological systems, understand articulations and perception of speech sounds, have a basic working knowledge International Phonetic Alphabet (IPA) or IPA transcription system, have a basic working knowledge of English phonemic transcription system, and have a working knowledge of English phonological system, including phonotactics and connected speech. So we'll move on to objectives. There are 3 objectives in this presentation or this assignment. So the first one is to provide students with an understanding and working knowledge of core concepts in phonetics and phonology, typical phonological development and also English phonology. So the next one is to train students when it is appropriate to use either phonetic or phonological transcriptions and to develop the perception and transcription skills using the symbols from IPA chart. The last one is to introduce students to the acoustic properties of speech sounds and how visual displays of speech can be generated and also interpreted. When it comes to methodology, we have 3 videos. So the first video is from the coal industry's importance to the local community in ways that help heat up houses, offices and warehouses. The second video is from a local news outlet in Malaysia, where the video talks about the former Prime Minister and his political parties that are involved in corruption regarding to the stimulus funds that were given during the COVID-19 pandemic. The third and the last video is also from a local news outlet in Malaysia, where it talks about information regarding to the general elections that were about to happen recently in Malaysia. So, the process of transcribing the video, the first one is we must listen to all 3 videos and it must be listened before we need to do the transcribing process in YouTube. When it comes to grammar and words, we need to repair as soon as the transcription has been settled, just to make sure when can we change to the IPA format so that it can be more easy to change it. So there are a few challenges that we faced during this process. The first one is when 2 speakers are talking in at the same time. Second one is we have to keep on playing the same audio or the same video or the news numerous times, and we have to listen it numerous times just to make sure that the words that we listen is in the right pronunciation. After we receive the data, we have to change it to the IPA format based on the IPA chart given. Next, we have to keep on checking the consonants, the pronunciation and also the spelling. So here is our data analysis. So the studies of English phonetics and phonology explore the complex soundscape of the English language. Vowel length and aspiration, which is 2 essential elements, have a big impact on English phonological system. This essay provides a thorough analysis of English short and long vowels, as well as a thorough investigation of the concept of aspiration. It not only clarifies the phonological and articulatory differences between short and long vowels, but it is also explores the complex function that aspiration plays in affecting the pronunciation of both consonant and vowels. Well, the purpose of this research is to shed light on the consequences of these phonetic traits for linguists, language learners, and also educators by participating in a comparative examination. The research aims to make a significant contributions through case studies and also language examples. So here are some examples that I found and my group have found and collected in these 3 transcriptions. So we have few examples from the first and second local news and also from the BBC news. So in these examples, my group has put a few examples based on the short vowels E, and the others. So here are some of it. These are also the short vowels example for R. So now we are going to the assimilation. So assimilation occurs when sounds adapt to their neighboring sounds, blending into a more harmonious pronunciation. When it comes to deletion involves the omission of certain sounds or segments, streamlining speech for efficiency. On the other hand, insertion introduces additional elements into spoken words, contributing nuance or emphasis. So here are some examples that my group have collected based on these 3 news when it comes to assimilation, deletion, and also insertion. The next one, we have weak forms. Well, weak forms are syllables that sounds that become unstressed in connected speech and are often produced as a schwa. Weak forms has a lot of categories, focus on grammar aspects. So we have auxiliary verbs, which includes modal verbs also. We also have prepositions, articles or determinants, pronouns and possessive adjectives, and also linking words. The next one, we have stress and unstressed. Stress is like the first transcription from a local news, which is corruption, where it has a puff of air when we see the word. For unstressed example, we can see it on the third news, which is the international news or BBC news. So the word getting highlights the unstressed. Okay, the word getting shows signs of unstressed words. So that's all for the analysis, and now we're going to conclusion. So from the conclusion, from the transcriptions, it shows that we really need to listen well and focus on words to make sure the pronunciation and spelling was right. In order for us to learn English well, we always need to prioritize the learning of the pronunciation of English in all its dimensions, namely phonics, phonology, and also phonetics in the first place. The other aspects of linguistics of English language would be set right in one's mind for mastering it, though one element cannot replace the other, the vitality of the other one in linguistics. The vowel chart is a diagram to understand vowel sounds, and it is very useful to represent where the tongue lies in relation to the openness of the mouth when we produce a vowel. In our findings, we often use the IPA and IPA vowel chart to standardize the representation of spoken language, thereby sidestepping the confusion caused by the inconsistent conventional spellings used in every language, especially in English, as we are English students. So that's all from me. Thank you.